Arsenal return to Europa League action this week with a trip to Ireland to face Dundalk in the final group game of this season's competition. In this video, I preview that match. Hi, my name is Richard and welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to look ahead to this week's trip to Ireland to face Dundalk in the final group game of the Europa League this season. Just before I do that, I want to make sure you are subscribing to my channel. If you're new here and you like what I do, please click on the subscribe button down in the corner there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. If you've got any comments at all to make about Arsenal, this game, or anything at all that's going on in the world of football, please drop me in the comments box below because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So, Dundalk then, we've only played them once previously in history. That was in the reverse fixture, of course, at the Emirates a few weeks ago, the second group game in this season's competition, and it did end in a comfortable 3-0 victory for Arsenal. Dundalk played well actually in the first 25 minutes or so, but once we scored the first goal with Eddie Nketiah, we ended up winning this game pretty comfortably in the end. Joe Willock scored a second goal, and then the third goal was scored by Nicholas Pepe, of course, in the second half, a great strike with his right foot. Prior to that, of course, we'd only visited Ireland once before in European competition. That was Northern Ireland, and it was Glentoran in 1969. That was on the way, of course, to winning the Fairs Cup that season. On that particular occasion, we'd won the first leg 3-0 at Highbury, and we did lose the second leg 1-0, but we progressed fairly comfortably through to the next round of that competition. In terms of Dundalk, they've actually lost all 5 of their group games in the Europa League this season, and they've been eliminated from the competition. Half of their 6 group game goals have been scored from the penalty spot. In terms of history, they've played 82 games in European competition. They've won 16, drawn 19 and lost 47. They've scored 66 goals in those games and conceded 163. So obviously Arsenal are going to start this game as massive favourites to make it 6 wins out of 6 and complete a very successful group stage. In terms of a predicted lineup, I don't expect there to be too many changes from last week's Europa League victory over Rapid Vienna. I think it's going to be a very, very similar side. I'm not expecting there to be wholesale changes from that team. So the team that I'm predicting to start this game will be Alex Runarsson in goal. Of course, he's done okay so far, hasn't he? He's only conceded 1 goal in the 3 games that he's played. Well, he looked a little bit shaky at times last week, but I think that's his first game in front of any sort of crowd at the Emirates, so maybe that was why. So we'll excuse him that. I think it'll be a back 4. I think it'll be Cedric Suarez at right back. I think it'll be Said Kolasinac at left back. And I think the 2 centre backs will be Squadron Mustafi and Pablo Mari. Of course, Mari scored, didn't he, on his return to the side in last week's game against Rapid Vienna. So let's hope he can continue his good form and stake a place for a game in the Premier League. I think the 2 holding midfield players will be the same as last week's. I think it'll be Mohamed El Neni and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. They looked a good partnership last week, didn't they? I think the 3 in front will be Nicholas Pepe on the right. Of course, he's currently suspended still in the Premier League. I think it'll be Reece Nelson on the left, and I think it might be Smith Rowe to get the number 10 position just behind the striker. He's done well, hasn't he, when he's come off the bench in the previous couple of games. So I think this could be the week for him to start. I think the striker will be Eddie Nketiah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Florent Balogun might start this game. He's made a big impact from the bench as well. Scored his first goal, of course, against Mulder a couple of weeks ago. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him feature. Will he start? I'm not so sure he will. I think Eddie Nketiah will get the nod, but don't be surprised to see Balogun come off the bench later in this game. In terms of a predicted scoreline, of course, Arsenal are going to start as massive favourites to win this game, aren't they? And there's no reason to suspect that we won't. I think Dundalk will come flying out of the blocks in the first 10 or 15 minutes as they did at the Emirates. There'll be a crowd in at their stadium as well. I'm sure they're going to be lifted by that. But I think in the end, Arsenal's quality will shine through, and I'm expecting us to win this game quite comfortably. It'd be nice as well, wouldn't it, to go through the group stage 6 wins out of 6. Not something that we've done in European competition for a long time, is it? So it'd be nice to do that. It'd be nice to round off the group stage in style. And let's hope that we can build on the victories that we've had in Europe. We haven't managed to do it so far, have we? We've performed well in the Europa League in midweek, and then we've flatter to deceive in the Premier League at the weekend. Let's hope this can see a change to that. Let's hope we can perform well in Ireland on Thursday and then go on and have a really good performance in the Premier League, which we desperately need, don't we, against Burnley. But of course, in terms of this game, I'm expecting Arsenal to win this game fairly comfortably in the end. I think it's going to finish Dundalk 0, Arsenal 4. So that's that then, a preview there of Thursday night's Europa League game away in Ireland against Dundalk. We've already got the job done, haven't we? We've qualified, we've won the group already, so there's no pressure on this game. And I think it's going to be nice to be able to watch Arsenal with nothing riding on the result. Of course, we've wanted to win the game. I said it'd be good to get 6 wins out of 6. And also as well, I think it's going to try and give some of these fringe players the opportunity again to prove that they maybe deserve a few more minutes in the Premier League. It hasn't quite happened so far, has it? There's been a lot of players who have played well in the Europa League that haven't got a sniff yet in the Premier League. We're looking at the likes of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Cedric Suarez, Pablo Mari, of course, came in last week. If he produces another good performance, surely he'll be in line to get a place in the defence. Reece Nelson as well, who's done well in the Europa League. And of course, Nicolas Pepe's got one more game, hasn't he, of his suspension against Burnley. And then he'll be back available after that for the game against Southampton. So I think it's important that he puts in another good performance as well, to put that red card well and truly behind him. I say he's performed well, hasn't he, in the Europa League this season. So I think another good performance from him could well get his place back in the Premier League next week. So that's that then. I say a little look ahead to the game against Dundalk on Thursday evening. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your predicted lineup would be, what you think the score might be. Do you think we maybe might play a few more of the younger players than I've predicted? Do you think Arteta will do that? Maybe give everybody a rest ahead of the big game on Sunday? I think a lot of that's going to depend on the sort of side he's got in mind to play against Burnley. I think anybody that's in his head to play in that game probably won't feature in this one. So I think we might have a few more ideas when the team's announced on Thursday as to what the team might be on Sunday. Although he always does tend to throw in a surprise or two, doesn't he? I think the midfield area is the biggest problem, isn't it? El Neni and Maitland-Niles look a good partnership. If they play on Thursday, as I predict that they will, you have to wonder if either of them will feature in the starting lineup on Sunday. Bearing in mind, of course, that Thomas Partey is going to be out injured. There is a place up for grabs there, isn't there? And who would have played alongside him anyway? Last week it was Granit Xhaka who didn't play particularly well. So I think there's an opportunity there for somebody to really stake a claim for a place in the midfield on Sunday. And of course, up front as well, we're not scoring goals, are we? Will Balogun stake a claim? Eddie Nketiah, if he can get another goal, he's done well in the Europa League this season. He's got 3 goals in the competition, so let's see if he can add to that. So that's it. I say let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. Stay tuned to the channel because there's lots coming on. I will be doing a watch along of this game on Thursday, and also on Sunday I'll be doing a watch along of the Burnley game, and I'm hoping to do a watch along of the Arsenal women against Manchester City as well this weekend. And if I can get a decent stream of that, then I'll do a watch along of that as well. So there's lots coming on the channel, so stay tuned. I say if you haven't done so already, please subscribe down in the corner there. Please give this video a like as well. And in the meantime, of course, as we head into another busy week for Arsenal, come on you Gunners!